Honorable Dr. Suraj Ratan Rambachan, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Communications, the Honorable Senator Mbao Mohini, Minister in the Ministry of Arts and Multiculturalism, Chairman of the Steel Fest 2012 Committee, Mrs. Maureen Manchuk, members of the committee, senior officials of the government, members of the National Steel Pan Orchestra, distinguished visiting musicians from India, the group Drums of India, distinguished audience, ladies and gentlemen, lovers of music. Good evening to you all. You would have noted I said lovers of music and neither Indian music nor pan music, because this is a unique symphony of both music in this space and time that we are here at this very moment. For us, this is a unique moment of cultural exchange in the truest sense of the term between the best of India and the best of Trinidad and Tobago in the field of music. Perhaps for the first time ever in this country, we have a group which represents an entire range of Carnatic percussion ensemble, as well as several other Hindustani instrumental music. This group, the Drums of India, led by mridangam maestro Sri Peruvalli Jayabhaskar, has been sponsored by the Indian Council for Cultural Relations, Government of India, and is being hosted here by the Steel Fest 2012. And this gives us an opportunity as never before that we have showcased the best form of Indian percussion music, playing along on the same stage with pan, steel pan music. We have seen a lot of discussion on steel pan. I would just like to highlight that steel pan is perhaps the best product of Trinidad and Tobago, the most unique product of Trinidad and Tobago. I think something which every Trinidad and Tobago citizen must be proud of, because it represents the innovation, the enterprise, the creativity, all in one little drum. And that has come from the bowels of this earth, that has been invented right here. So therefore, it merits a much bigger importance than all the gas, all the oil, even all the carnivals, if I may say so. Because carnivals, though we believe that Carnival of Trinidad and Tobago is the best on earth, but there are 20 other countries having carnival also, and perhaps at the same time. But no other country has this unique invention of the steel pan that Trinidad and Tobago has. It is therefore a unique opportunity for us, Indian musicians, to come and perform on the same stage as the great National Orchestra of Steel Pan of Trinidad and Tobago, on the same stage of Naparimabol this evening. I thank the Government of Trinidad and Tobago, in particular the Ministry of Arts and Multiculturalism. I thank the Steel Fest 2012 for making this possible for us. I also thank the Honorable Foreign Minister who is here with us, who signed the cultural exchange program between the two governments, between India and Trinidad and Tobago. And this is the first exchange which we have got by virtue of the cultural exchange program between our two countries. And this is our first offering from India in the context of the 50th anniversary of the independence of Trinidad and Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, for us it is a proud moment. And let me leave you with just one word, that today we are hearing pan, which is playing so much to some beats which comes directly from the heartland of India. And there has been attempts in the past to introduce pan to various parts of India. And that has not only a cultural content, but a great financial benefit as well, a great commercial future as well. And let us strive to bring the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago to merge in our symphony of instruments in India and take it to the length and breadth of India, because this could be well the beginning of such an endeavor. I hope that won't be too far when we see that day, that moment, when we can see the vastness of the steel pan come to the diversities of Indian culture and bring together what we call the Nile and the Ganges. And here, if I may say so, the Karani and the Godavari, because they are right where the Godavari is in the state of Andhra Pradesh. All of them come from that state. So with these words, I leave you all to enjoy this evening as we are all enraptured with this moment, which perhaps never again repeat at this time, at this particular space. But we look forward to more such creative symphonies between our two cultures. This is a mingling of our cultures, and music, as we all know, has no boundaries at all. It is so universal. It is so all-encompassing that today is the greatest proof, the greatest example of what music can encompass all our hearts and the minds together. Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen.
We now invite to the podium Mrs. Maureen Manchuk, Chairperson of the Steel Fest 2012 Committee. Put your hands together for Mrs. Maureen Manchuk.
Honorable Surjatan Rambachan, Minister of External Affairs, and his daughter, Ms. Ranjina Rambachan. Honorable Senator, Minister in the Ministry of Arts and Multiculturalism, Mbao Mohini, on His Excellency High Commissioner for India, Malay Mishra, and his wife, Mrs. Mishra, members of the board of Naparima Bowl, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Mishra said it all about the pan. I needn't say more. Just to add that when you want to hear sweet pan, this is where you come. And that is the whole idea behind Steel Fest, to create a space for the steel pan, to create a space for steel pan uniting the sounds of the world. This year we had India, China, Cuba, and Brazil. Next year, perhaps, we will have some other countries. We're hoping to do this at least biannually, but in between, we are going to have some kind of activity to keep Steel Fest going. Steel Fest has many elements. The concert series is one of them. This is the third in a four-part series. Tomorrow is the final, where we have the Chinese group, the Shenzhen group from the People's Republic of China, playing at the Napa, at Napa. And we also had a conference, a very successful conference, which was concluded on Wednesday. And the third part of it, it's a float parade, which will be held nearer the time of independence in August. Unfortunately, we could not have held it at the end of this festival, which we were hoping to do in May. This festival would not have been possible without the kind and magnanimous support of the National Gas Company. Were it not for the National Gas Company, which sponsored both the concert series and the conference, it would have been very difficult to do so. And I would also like to thank our Ministry of Planning and the Economy for sponsoring, for Steel Fest being part of the 50th anniversary independence celebrations. The ministry has kindly come on board and will be sponsoring the float parade and have been part of the Steelfest program as well. So I want to thank the patrons here for participating in tonight's series, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you very much.